Today is Sunday, June the 30th, 2024, and welcome back to another weather video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the historic and monster hurricane called Hurricane Beryl. Beryl has been, wow, breaking records left and right. I just saw on Twitter a couple minutes ago that it has, or X, Twitter X, I still call it Twitter, but I saw on Twitter that this has become the first Category 4 hurricane in June on record of all time. Like, this is no joke. This storm is a monster and it's breaking a lot of records for this time of year because it's still June. It's still the first month of hurricane season. So we should not be having this kind of weather, in June, which is crazy because it's because of climate change, and it's also because of the warmer waters. There's not a lot of shear near this storm, so of course this storm is going to amped up and have a lot of energy and a lot of um, ingredients for it to strengthen into what it is now, a major hurricane. So as you can see on your screen, here's the infrared satellite of Beryl. You can see the northern part of that eye wall is still strengthening, and you can clearly see an eye right here. Clearly see an eye with this storm. So yeah. And then this little island right over here is Barbados. So that's how close this storm is to Barbados right now. And it is moving really fast. It is moving 22 miles per hour, which is really fast for a storm, but it has strengthened in the past 24 hours. It was a hurricane. It was a Cat 1 hurricane. In almost 24 hours later, it is a Category 4 major hurricane, winds of 130 miles per hour. Like, wow, wow, wow. This storm is, I just can't. It is just crazy how powerful this storm is this time of year. It's just mind blowing. Anywho, I love using this site called Zoom Earth. Zoom Earth is a great site if you want to pinpoint where the hurricanes are. It even has the track, the cone of uncertainty from the National Hurricane Center on here, and it has a lot of other information. So right now is a major hurricane, winds of 130 miles per hour. It is the Category 4 hurricane. Will still have that Category 4 strength as we get into later on today. It will increase into a Category 4, 140 mile per hour storm. And it looks like the center of the storm will go right in between Barbados and Trinidad. We do have hurricane warnings in Barbados, in the Lesser Antilles, the Windward Islands, as well as Trinidad. We have a hurricane warning in place for those areas. So if you live in those areas, please be already preparing. You should already be preparing, getting your final preparations done, because this storm will be heading toward you in the next couple hours. So the next 12 hours, because as we get into your Monday morning, this storm will be knocking on the doorstep. Category 4 major hurricane knocking on the doorstep of the Windward Islands and Grenada, St. Vincent, in between these two islands, these little islands right over here. Let me zoom in real quick. Oop, I just zoomed out. I just zoomed out. Let me zoom in real quick. What's going on? I'm sorry, it goes a little slow. So these little islands, these two, in between these two islands, Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. These islands are going to be in the center of this storm. So yeah, I don't know who lives on these islands. If humans live on those islands, I think they do. But if you do, you need to either get off the island or hunker down, because there's no other way you're going to get around this storm. So yeah, after it moves through the Lesser Antilles, as we get into Monday night, it will be moving off into the Caribbean Sea. And thankfully, no islands will be getting impacted with the storm once it gets past the Lesser Antilles. So it's still Category 4 hurricane as we get into tomorrow evening. As we get into Tuesday morning, July the 2nd, still a category 4 hurricane. So this will still be a category 4 projected as we get into your Tuesday. So that is almost less than 24 hours out. So that is crazy how strong this hurricane will still be 24 hours later. Like, wow. Tuesday night, it will still be in the Caribbean Sea, just to the south of Republica Dominicana, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. And then for our friends in Jamaica, it will head toward your area as we get into Wednesday. So Wednesday looks like Jamaica will be getting impacted by Hurricane Beryl. And it will still be a major hurricane, which is crazy. It will still be a major hurricane as we get into Wednesday, July the 3rd. It looks like the center of the storm will be heading just to the south of Jamaica. So luckily, Jamaica looks like it will not be impacted, even though it's still in this, like a direct hit from Beryl, even though it's still in this cone of uncertainty. So that is not good. That's good news, but not good news at the same time. It's good news because you're not going to get impacted directly by the storm. It's bad news because this cone of uncertainty can go either, it can go north or south. So we don't know yet. But if you live in Jamaica, please be getting prepared. And this storm will still keep chugging along as we get into the 4th of July, Thursday. Um, it will still be in the Caribbean Sea, and it will make a second landfall, land interaction into the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. And then after that, we don't know where this storm is going to hit. Is it going to hit Mexico again, or is it going to turn to the north and hit the Texas coast? We don't know. But that is the track of Hurricane Beryl. So here is, let me share my screen. Here is the time frame of Hurricane Beryl. So here's the clock up here, 11 a.m. Today. Well, this is in the past because it's almost 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. But as we get into the rest of your Sunday, you can see here comes Hurricane Beryl coming to in between Barbados and Trinidad, right in between the Lesser Antilles. Looks like it's going to hit Barbados. Well, not hit Barbados, but the outer bands are going to start reaching Barbados as we get into tonight, into overnight. As you wake up tomorrow morning, this storm will literally be knocking on the doorstep of the Lesser Antilles area as a Category 4 hurricane. Barbados looks like it's going to get at most the outer bands of this storm, and it looks like it's going to get some very powerful winds. I'll look at the winds in a second. Um, then it will impact the Lesser Antilles as we get into 11 midday tomorrow morning. It will move through the Lesser Antilles as we get into 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then thankfully it will be away from land interaction as we get into Monday evening, tomorrow evening. As we get into Tuesday, still a Category 4 hurricane moving through the Caribbean Sea, not impacting no land, maybe a little bit of Republica Dominicana or Dominican Republic. I always say that in Spanish because that's how you pronounce it in Spanish, in Espanol. But as we get into your Wednesday, oh, here comes Jamaica right over here. That's Jamaica right there. That's Haiti right there, the coast of Haiti. As we get into Wednesday, July 3rd, here comes Jamaica. It looks like Jamaica is going to get at least the northern part of this eye wall, if not some outer bands moving in. We do know that Jamaica is going to get hit by a lot of flooding, heavy rain, heavy wind, storm surge. Jamaica's going to get hit with this storm, so that's not good. The good news is, like I said, it's not going to get hit by the northern eye wall of Beryl. The bad news is it's going to get hit by a lot of flooding, a lot of heavy rain, and a lot of wind. So this is 11 o'clock Wednesday morning. It will move through Jamaica, which is bad. It won't hit Jamaica directly, but the outer bands, maybe that northern little tip of the eye wall hitting the southern coast of Jamaica. But other than that, Jamaica is it's going to get hit either way, Jamaica. So you live in Jamaica, please prepare for this storm as well. It'll move into the Cayman Islands as we get into Thursday morning, early Thursday morning, 4th of July. And then as we get into the rest of Thursday, it will still be out in the sea. It will, like I said, based on the National Hurricane Center, it will weaken to a Category 2 hurricane. And then it will make landfall, a second landfall, sometime on Friday morning, July 5th. Early Friday morning, it will make landfall into the Yucatan Peninsula. And that's how far this particular model, the HWRF model goes. So that is the track, like see how much rain it is. So it looks like if you live in Barbados, Trinidad, the Lesser Antilles, Jamaica, you should be preparing right now for this storm. Jamaica looks like it's going to get hit. Not directly, but like I said, a lot of rain, a lot of wind, storm surge, flooding. Jamaica looks like it's going to get hit really bad by this storm, even though, I mean, it's still going to be a Cat 3 based on the National Hurricane Center. Let me pull it up real quick. Based on the National Hurricane Center, I'm pulling it up right now, y'all. Based on the National Hurricane Center, it's still going to be a Category 3 hurricane, winds of 120 miles per hour, major hurricane as it hits Jamaica. So Jamaica, be on your guard. Barbados, the Lesser Antilles, Trinidad, all of those countries that I just pronounced, that I just said, need to be preparing for this storm immediately. And I think Zoom Earth is a great site because it has the wind as well, the wind gusts with this storm as well. So let me pull it up right now, the wind gusts of this storm. Okay, so let's go back. Oh God, y'all, I might be doing something. Hold up, I'm moving it, y'all. I'm moving it. It goes a little slow. That's the only problem with Zoom Earth. It goes a little bit slow. But oh my God, I'm literally pulling my mouse and it's just not doing it. Okay. It's going by really, really slow. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really sorry. Yeah, it says slow internet connection. I apologize for that, but it's going to be some very powerful wind gusts moving through this area as I can. So I'm sorry for that little thing. My internet is not it's not cooperating with me today. So yeah, but anywho, wow. Like I said, this storm is very powerful. As you can see on your screen, very powerful storm. Um I have no words. I'm literally speechless right now because this storm is historic. It's breaking a lot of records. It will continue to break records as we move into the month of July, because tomorrow is the first day of July. Um, I literally have no words. All I have is just to stay safe. You live in those countries, like I said, Barbados, Trinidad, the Lesser Antilles, um, Jamaica, even the Yucatan Peninsula. Please be on the lookout for this storm as well. Oh. I forgot to pull up how this storm might even impact Texas. So let me go to the GFS model real quick. I'm pulling up right now, y'all. Hold up. And let's go to the Western Atlantic. I was about to forget Texas, but hold up. Okay, so let me pull it up to the correct model. Let's go back. Oop. Okay, that's a little too back. Let me go back up a little bit. Okay, so here we go. So we have, I fast forward a little bit to tomorrow. So it's hitting down here. Beryl is hitting the Lesser Antilles. As we get into Tuesday, it's moving into the Caribbean Sea. Wednesday is impacting, according to the GFS model, it's impacting Jamaica. And then as we get into on Wednesday, and as we get into the 4th of July, Thursday, it will make landfall sometime went Thursday into the Yucatan Peninsula. And according to the GFS model, as you can see, it looks like it's heading into the Gulf of Mexico and potentially might make a landfall in Texas as we get into Saturday into Sunday. Saturday into Sunday. So this upcoming weekend, it looks like it's going to be impacting Texas. So if you live in Texas, please be on your guard for this as well. Like I said, I've been talking for a long time. Whew. This storm is going to be very dangerous. So if you live in those areas, like I just said, please be on your guard for Hurricane Beryl. This is a very historic storm, like I said, very historic. These warm waters in the Caribbean, the Eastern Atlantic is making these storms blow up in this rapid intensification to intensify. And because of lack of shear, this storm has basically blown up into what it is today. So please be on your guard if you live in those countries, like I just said, and even Texas. Texas might be on the lookout for this storm as well. If the GFS and the European, well, most of the GFS is right, Texas need to be on their guard as well as we get into next weekend. Thank you all for watching this video for today. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Be safe.